Good evening for all you weary souls that are unfortunate enough to be joining us. Just kidding. We love you guys. Thanks for coming back and seeing us. This is Scram, Jett, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Not a big Star Wars fans. I have a lot of friends that are. May the 4th be with you. And tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo. But May 4th still Taco Tuesday, which is bullshit. Should have had Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday. I think it lined up like that here recently.
I think it was last year, the year before.
Yeah, but it was all freaking COVIDed out, so it kind of sucked. Anyway, welcome to Scram, Jett. Glad you guys have come back to see us. We do have a special guest tonight. Mr. Michael, please introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. Michael Boyles, nickname Michael Busy Bee. 20-year veteran, U.S. Navy, just retired roughly 2 weeks ago from the Navy Reserves and active duty combined. Glad to join you.
Where you been? What ships were you on? What'd you
do? 32 different countries, 3 combat zones between Kosovo, Iraq, and Afghanistan. Ships-wise, USS Gunston Hall, LSD out of Little Creek, Norfolk, Virginia, landing craft, drop the Marines off and let them go do their thing. Then we just stay off the coast and work. And the other ship I was on is USS Enterprise.
Nice.
Good old CVN 65.
Ooh. Is it retired yet?
Yes, it's being torn apart, believe it or not. Not a museum, this one.
I'm sorry. The USS Enterprise. I got to go Star Trek geek on. Did you guys get shit for being stationed on the Enterprise?
Oh yeah. But it's also a heritage thing too for the Navy, because even back to the tall ships, there's been an Enterprise in the U.S. fleet, and they're already breaking ground for the new Enterprise to be taken over.
Oh, well, I'm going to mention it. Mike is actually our first kind of Navy host. We had all the other branches except Navy. So we're learning about the Navy through you.
Yeah, but the Army had more boats than us, though.
I know. They actually let me work on a couple of boats in the Army. I didn't know the Army had boats. They had these boats that like moved bridges. And they had twin 6-cylinder Ford Cosworth engines in them. Oh, yeah, you could water ski behind these things. But then they were like, hey, this is your MOS. And I was like, the fuck it is. I work on bulldozers. How am I going to work on a boat?
It works. It's got an engine, right? You're supposed to be working on engines. Do your job, Si. God.
Yeah.
Anyway, introduce yourself.
I'm Uncle Si. I've been in the Army, the old Black Boot Army back in '86. Got out in 2004, 9/11. Full-time, active, National Guard, reserves. I've done a little bit of everything. I'm just kind of hanging out here.
Just hanging out. Miss Ashley Moon Butler's checking in. Welcome aboard Navy. You are, I think... I know you're at least our first Navy guest. I want to say you might be the first Navy guest on the entire network, which is kind of strange. I'm not sure.
Well, the first in person, Dean Cerny was Navy.
Oh,
but he pops in.
Yeah. He's played a couple different games with us too. Mr. John, thank you for joining us again, brother. God help you. Anyway, I'm W. I'm coming at you from the South Coast in Mobile, Alabama, where it is currently storming pretty badly. So if I get lost, continue on, gentlemen. This is Scram Jett. This is more of a redirection show. We like to dip into hobbies and pastimes and things that help center yourself after your service. That's the big thing. I mean, look at us all, crazy beards and stuff like that, but we're finding different hobbies, and even at work, you got to be mission driven because you're so ingrained in you. You get your resources, your timeline, and your mission, and you execute. So some people just don't get that at work, and they have to get it through their extracurricular activities. So I was aircraft metals technology in the Air Force for right at 10 years. 2A771, welding, machining, fabricating, 3D printing, anything you can think of in that realm. Hardware extraction specialist, anything that had to do with metal on aircraft. Worked B1s in South Dakota, then went to F-35s at Eglin Air Force Base for a little over 5 years, which was pretty stinking cool. A couple TDYs. I did go to Incirlik, Turkey for 13 months, about 60 miles from Syria as the crow flies. That was one crazy adventure. Had a lot of fun. It was basically like college with the UCMJ. But, we did work. We worked really hard though. I had to put in a couple positions there. That was supposed to be my farewell tour, just chilling at a transient response shop, like no assigned aircraft. Like if something comes in, I'll fix it. I'm like, nah, we need you at the group level. Come on up here. They actually made me work. So, and again, welcome to Scram, Jett. Thank you guys for hanging on. See, Marines are a department of the Navy, of course.
And I'm just going to throw it out there before Marine says it. The Marines say they're, the men's department.
Yes, John, hardware extraction you'd be surprised how many people just think they can go out there with a drill bit and try to get some stuff out. No, there's many different methods. Most people I know don't even know how to use a drill bit properly. Feeds and speeds and stuff like that. It'll wreck your day. I see all these posts on automotive forums. Oh, you're like one strip thread away from an extra 3-hour headache. And I'm like, just don't do that. So how many of us froze? All of us? I'm here.
Are we still froze? I'm good.
No. Signal says it's good, and I see everybody moving.
Might be Frank's end.
Might be. Well, we will get into one of those hobbies. Mr. Mike has a very interesting hobby, and we were talking a good bit about it right before the show. We had to shut up to save material, so at least so it'll be fresh in our heads. So yeah, tell us what you do. I know you got some booty to show us too, and not that type of booty.
Yes, my hobby to help me cope with everything is metal detecting. Biggest thing is going out there, listen to the tones. Like you said, going from the military to the civilian side, you got that structure for the military.
Yeah.
There's a mission, you got to do it. You focus on it and everything. With civilian side, it's just whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
This
ridiculous.
I can concentrate and everything. Biggest thing is researching properties, researching areas, knowing where to go and everything like that.
Yeah. And I know I
found
did this
everything
spur of the moment on you. So, I mean, you don't have to get too deeply involved. Like I said, you wanted to be a little bit more prepared. Tonight, we can just BS about it a little bit, throw some small stories back and forth. You don't have to get deep in the woods on it, deep in the weeds on it if you don't want to. So, just wanted to have you on. We got Mr. Redneck Pimp coming on. What's going on, Richie?
Well, and like speaking of different things to distract yourself or other things to focus on, you're doing metal detecting, you're doing drifting.
Yep.
Richie, the Redneck Pimp's doing comedy. It's like that's whatever helps you get through the day.
Yeah, because I mean, it's a lifesaver because, like, majority of veterans and everything else like that, I had a hard patch and it was very dark, and I needed something that helped me, and this is what saved me, really. So,
another jet mech from the Corps. I've seen some of those guys use duct tape where you don't use duct tape, but
I was going to ask a crayon question, but
yeah. Please, if you're fighting demons, if you've got some pretty deep lows, don't ignore that. Please reach out. There are tons and tons of organizations out there. I thought we had a couple little scrollers we can go across the bottom. I'll find it. Here's one right here. Tons of organizations out there. Save 22 being one of the main ones that we're connected to on Veterans Anonymous. I would think, not to copyright infringe or anything. I think we're probably the broadcasting arm of Save 22. Kind of, we're pretty closely chummed up with them as far as through our Marine brothers on Thursday night. Speaking of which,
they did their hike run Saturday and had like 400 people in a town of 3,800 population.
Yeah, it was insane seeing Tom and Kyle's videos about, they probably had 50 something people doing 22 push-ups at one time in front of the stage. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah, and like Tom, one of the things is awareness is the answer. If you don't know about it, you can't do anything about it. So that's why we're trying to push this,
Absolutely. And speaking of which, drop our network flyer. All right, so we do have a Twitch, a YouTube, and a Facebook for Veterans Anonymous. You're watching us on all three from Scram Jett right now. Please check out our other shows on the network. Monday Night Mayhem with Judy G and Lunchbox at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Scram Jett, of course, you're watching us right now. We're on at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tomorrow you'll get the Crossroads with Combat Cricket. That will be another show at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And rounding out our week will be Full Metal Cram Eaters. That's our 2 resident Marines, and they are going to have probably a huge wrap-up show this week about their walk, because last week they did their show on Friday because they were actually together, and the next morning they went and did their walk or 5K. I'm not exactly sure what it was. But please join any and all of these shows. We love entertaining you guys, try to spread a little message and having fun. Lots of time this is art therapy. I know Tom and Kyle last Friday were saying that they are ever thankful for just this opportunity to talk to other people and reach out to people, because it helps them a lot. And so I know it helps me a damn good bit too. So see, Miss Jade Lopez checking in, Combat Cricket herself. Hell yeah. Yep, others on Facebook too. Glenn John Gooley and our David Sy. Yeah, absolutely. Calling people trees now. You're talking about beech trees, birch trees, beech trees. Yeah, like I said, thank you, Mike, for joining us on such short notice and I know you wanted to dive into the weeds a little bit more on it because it is a rather complex subject. I've been exposed to it here recently, over the past 6 months or so. I have a fellow manufacturing engineer who goes metal detecting, and down here in this area is a lot of old French, Spanish, Native American, and British trade routes. In the early, very early. Matter of fact, Mobile is called the City of Five Flags because it's been under 5 different countries of rule. So correct. They have found a hole out here, like kind of in the west side of Mobile. They don't know what happened there or what it was, or whether it was like a gambler's den or a small stopover or something like that for just travelers. But they have found everything from 1500s to 1900s. Anything and freaking everything. It's just ridiculous. It's just a honey hole. And of course, they're very, very secretive about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody in the hobby is definitely. Where'd you find that at? Oh, just down the road.
Yeah, just over there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's pulled out some stuff, and I've seen some video of him and his friends out there. I'm like, what is this place? It had to be something like that. Like maybe there was, who knows? Maybe there's a Barterstown there or something. Who stinking knows? I know one of them found like a full, like little satchel. I forget of what coins, but they're all late 1700s.
Probably Spanish reals.
Could have been, yeah. I forget exactly what it was, but
you mean one of them?
That's a half real.
Okay.
Date on this one is 1773.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Yes, a lot of Civil War relics around here too, John. Obviously we got Fort Morgan, Fort Gaines down there. Yep, it was a mini ball.
Mini ball.
Yep.
And we
out of Florida.
we have to say welcome to somebody that's joining us in. Thank you, Felix, for keeping an eye on us.
Mr. Felix Irvin.
Hey, Felix.
If you don't know about his sauce, you need to.
Yeah, you kind of, yeah.
That
You're
Black
going to.
Label, ooh, it's good.
Apparently, you guys are doing pretty well because he is out of stock on a lot of his stuff, and that doesn't happen that often. So he's rolling out for sure.
Oh, and like Mike said, that Black Label, that ain't no joke.
No,
it's got heat, but it's got flavor.
You
know?
I won't touch it. Nope.
I tried it. Oh, our Aussie's in. How you doing, Bill?
There he is, Mr. Bill Gammon. What do we figure? It was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon over there, around his lunchtime or something.
I think that's like what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
Let's see. Oh yeah, all over. I like magnet fishing videos too. All
I
the
have
guys
one of
over the
those
bridges.
also.
Yeah, in the fishing holes and the swimming holes and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. My magnet pulls 575 pounds worth of pull. So if you get on solid on something, yeah, you're
not getting it off. Yeah.
No, you got to hammer it off to the side.
Yeah, 11:20. Okay, yeah, makes most sense.
But is it yesterday or tomorrow?
Ooh, I'm trying to think.
That used to mess me up.
Tomorrow.
It should be tomorrow.
Yeah, I think he's Wednesday, 11:20. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the international dateline.
Yeah. I used to hate that, going to Korea and trying to figure out, like, okay, if I call somebody back in the States, it's midnight here, it'll be noon in the States. Yeah.
I had it pretty well down in Turkey.
Time. When we would go to South Korea, I'll be calling people at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, not realizing, being drunk. Hey, what are you doing?
Dude, I'm asleep.
Right? Oh, yeah. I couldn't even imagine being Navy with the countries you've been in where, like, you know, the boat pulls in, you guys get shore leave, and you're all like going, you know, woohoo, Navy nuts. And you call somebody back home and you're like, oh, crap. Oh, my bad. It's 3 a.m. Sorry.
Oh, I had it pretty well down in Turkey. They don't observe daylight savings time because they're not stupid like the U.S. But it was either 8 or 9 hours. It depended, you know, obviously daylight savings time or not. So I was pretty careful about it. By the time I was getting off of work and going home, my kids and wife were getting up for the morning. So I was able, you know, to line it up pretty well with that right there. So, yep, empty phone trailer. I had Wi-Fi, so, you know, I was in the Air Force.
See, now I'm old school military. We had a phone tent, and it was actually those old military phones where you had the handset and you had to say over. No, we had those. It wasn't quite that old, but they looked like a regular telephone with push buttons, and you had to hold the button on the receiver down and talk, and then be like over, you know.
You know, I had to throw a little dig at you for that.
I have used those hand crank.
Hello?
I have used those.
Yeah.
Well, you also got to figure too the 5-second time delay too on those phones.
Oh yeah.
When I first came in 98, man, you make a phone call, you'd be like, "Hello."
Wait. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the fiber optics definitely weren't. They were still using straight copper most of the time for the Atlantic runs and stuff like that. So, yeah. What do you say? TA312, maybe the model number of it. Let's see. Daylight savings in Queensland, but the farmers complain about. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah. I had a little thing on my phone on the front page of my phone, and it showed me the time of the zone that I wanted on there. Obviously, time of Central Standard Time, so that helped me out a good bit to like. All right, I'm not gonna call anybody.
I had one of those Casio G5 shock watches, and you could have 2 time zones on it. So, like, you hit the button, it's like, oh, yep, I can't call Iowa now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Richie.
Thank you, Richie and Shelly.
Go get some grub. Oh, so much stinking fun. So yeah, I took a nap today, guys. I had a friend come and visit me over the weekend. I was stationed with him in Eglin for quite a few years. You know how it all starts. You go to the new base and you mind your P's and Q's. You try to feel everybody out. This guy was immediately an asshole. He did take me out like the first day, got me a pretty good burger at a local place. Just, we started talking a little bit. We were both in the guns, but when we got back to work, it was straight business, and he was an asshole, and I hated his guts. Like hardcore. And then, I bumped up in rank, and we got to talking a little bit more. Went out shooting together, and now he's literally my freaking brother. My kids call him Uncle. He left in 2014, took the temporary early retirement from the Air Force when they were separating everybody because they had too many people. Went to work for Lockheed for a while. Got bored of that, went and worked for Precision Rifle Company because he was a machinist, building 1,000-yard plus rifles. Then he got picked up for Mr. Gammon, thank you. Get back to work.
You slacker.
Yeah. Well, then this guy got picked up for a suppressor company. They had another designer / machinist that had tried to do certain things but had done zero research into it. So he came in there and basically revamped the entire product line. He got to basically do his thinking dream, is like design and build suppressors and test them all day long. So
fun.
Yeah. So with that, the owner got kind of tired of doing that. He was one of those guys that has a giraffe in Texas. You know what I mean? Jarhead. I'm not a jarhead. I'm a freaking flyboy, man. Come on.
I'm Army. There ain't no jarheads on tonight. That's Thursday night.
Yeah, that's Thursday. We got everybody but Puddle Pirates and Crayon Eaters on tonight. So, basically how it works. Yeah.
Yeah,
we had
that's the way I met my first Marine on active duty, was in Korea getting in a fight with the Marine.
Well, he's talking about his best friend in the Corps.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in the Corps. Yeah.
No, but him and his wife, they were on their way down to Tampa. They were going to fly, but they're like, no, we're going to drive. They're out of Dallas Fort Worth now. He's an applications engineer for a very big cutting tool company that does a lot of CNC stuff. So we're still kind of in the same field. But they came in, they showed up Saturday night, and they left this morning. So we had a lot of good visiting time. They just had a kid like 8 months ago. Got to meet him for the first time. So we stayed up a little late last night drinking some beers on the back porch before they left.
A little late.
Yeah. I'm an idiot. I burned the candle at both ends too much, but it was worth it. And those are the times that it's worth, the drowsiness all day the next day. So he did leave, wishing him safe travels, Mr. Jurisdiction. He's been on here a couple times in the comments before. They're taking Highway 98 down the Florida Panhandle coast. So
nice.
Have fun with that, Grit. It'll be beautiful. It shouldn't be a bad time to drive it. It's not spring break and it's not summer break yet. So yeah, I came home this afternoon and sat on the couch and promptly fell asleep. And if I take a nap, I'm usually worthless. I'm just kind of foggy headed the rest of the day. So if I'm not at my fullest potential, I apologize right now. Did guzzle a monster. So oh, he tried to guzzle me.
Wrong pipe.
Oh, that was fun. Ooh. Straight down the wrong hole. Got my eyes watered and everything. Whew.
That's what Judy said.
No, I bet you did. Oh. What have you guys been doing this week?
Working.
What do you do day to day, if you don't mind us asking?
Day to day, I'm a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing plant. We do plastic parts for boats and aluminum towers, consoles for the towers. Jack of all trades. I do everything from electrical work to mechanical work to even delivering parts if they need me to get on the road for them.
Nice. I actually am the industrial maintenance liaison where I work. I'm a manufacturing engineer, but all our maintenance team is all contract.
Mm-hmm.
So most requests and stuff like that come through me, so I can vet them and send them to the proper. Either it is our industrial maintenance or facilities and all this kind of stuff. So I work very closely with our contract maintenance guys, and their maintenance manager is 20 years Air Force, so we get along great. He was a crew chief, so we speak the same language and try to get on the same boat most of the time. So yeah, I can completely relate on that. It's interesting. I never thought I would find myself in that type of role, but I mean, I would say if you ever been a decent NCO in the military, you know, like I said, you get your resources, your timeline, and your mission, and you execute. So,
well, and you said the key word, decent NCO.
Decent NCO, yeah.
A lot of people are NCOs and they have no clue what they're doing.
Yep. Nice. I was a card holder in the Air Force. They gave me the credit cards, 2 different credit cards, one fly money, one no fly money. I had $500,000 credit limit in my back pocket,
bro.
But
I was the Fort Carson Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers president. I had an Amex card, no limit.
That's dangerous.
Oh, it was.
Even to Mr. John.
Allegedly, my car got a new stereo and window tinting. Just saying, yeah. But yeah, the credit cards in the military are a bad idea. Bad idea.
Well, if you were a single cent out of line in my program, then you were paying it back. Like you exclusively. Like it was no questions asked. You better start writing checks.
They didn't even question any of mine. They would look at the things and be like, okay.
Oh, no. Mom was, yeah.
Yeah, Navy reserves, you need a receipt, what was, everything. And you got back. There's no, because they got burnt by a couple people buying a car. The lady of the evening, all with credit cards.
Yep, I went to DC for a boss event one time and went to the ATM with the American Express card and just kept getting cash out to buy drinks for everybody.
That's how people get in trouble in Vegas. They're like, oh yeah, don't charge the card at the bar or Astor Strip Club. Go to the ATM and not the one next to the strip club or bar. Stop at a gas station on your way in. Just don't be an idiot, because they'll literally look up the address and see what you're doing.
Oh, we had
Daniel.
We had people that were representatives of Pentagon and stuff. We had like 2-star generals down to like E2s. And we were in this place in the Xerox Document University in Maryland. And it was huge. It was like a college dorm thing. You know, you had cafeterias, you had a night room, you had dorm rooms.
Yeah.
And then they had an ATM. And like me and a couple other people from different posts just kept going in, getting cash, going, hey, let's drink.
So you're the reason the government travel cards and everything else is scrutinized now.
Might be a part of it. I won't deny, or
Part of that annual training that we got to do every year now to make sure we still have a credit card.
Yep. Scribble twice promoted, twice demoted. I know Frank, a few people like that.
Frank, I got you. I was E4 4 times. Okay.
That would never happen in the current military.
Oh no, I'd have been chaptered out in the current military, but back in the day, like you could do something fuck up, go from E4, E3, wait about 9 months, go back to E4, back down to E3, wait 9 months, back to E4, back down to E3.
Not today. This if you might get a like one chance to go back rank. If you're to a point where you're about to lose a stripe or something like that again, they're probably just going to be like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
So here's your bus ticket.
Yep. Walk you to the gate and take your cat card. So,
well, see, I had to ask somebody what the hell a cat card was because we didn't have them when I was in.
Yeah, you just had IDs. So,
yeah,
and typewriters and telegraph machines and wind-up phones.
I remember when the cat cards came out. You had your ID, and you had a separate card that was just your cat card.
Yeah.
So you had to have both of them on you at all times. Then they finally combined them both.
Yeah. All right, it's the bottom of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and step into my little military moment, and it's pisses me off a little bit, actually, because I know some of these companies. I've known people that work for some of these companies. So Honeywell fined millions for over-export sensitive info on F-22, F-35, and more to China. Technical drawings alleged to have been exported to China, among other countries, cover components used on various military aircraft and more. Now, you know, we've all probably, well, I don't know about side, had to go through the whole ITAR thing, a little bit of ITAR training and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. International Trafficking and Arms Regulations. And here is a huge company that makes a buttload of components for lots of combat coded aircraft, especially like APUs, auxiliary power units, and a few other things, fuel pumps, all these type of things. And these guys are just throwing this information out there. The only reason they haven't been fined to oblivion because nobody else can do their job. Nobody's done the research. Nobody's got the patents. It's the only reason Honeywell is not bankrupt right now and contracts haven't been completely canceled. I think American officials contend that some of the disclosures harm national security, something that Honeywell denies. Of course they're going to deny it. Oh my God, dude. Like
they were the same as like China's aircraft carrier.
Yeah.
It looks just like a Nimitz class aircraft carrier.
Yeah. Honeywell agreed to pay $13 million in civil penalties. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-freaking-doo. $13 million is nothing for that company. Of that amount, a payment of $5 million was immediately suspended on the condition that the company put it forward remedial compliance measures. And in addition, the U.S. government chose not to pursue more serious action based on Honeywell voluntarily disclosing the exports that violated all these things. Oh, so you admitted it, but you'd be okay. You only 13.
You still there? You froze, bro.
I think that storm's finally hitting pretty good.
I think it is hitting him, yeah. His internet was spotty with this new house. He was trying to put up a whole Wi-Fi thingy, whatever, you know, having a Wi-Fi house or something like that. I don't know. Oh, he's back.
Hey, I made it back. Yeah, it was a big boom out there. So
that's what we thought.
Yep, exactly. It'd be treason, but we're so wound up in this military industrial complex that, yeah, you can hear it out there. It's a little nasty. You're right. China probably covers some of that fine. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Man.
And anybody here, do not believe anything that Audie Blackwell says about me. I will deny it. It's all allegedly. Yeah, no.
Oh, that's your old buddy there.
Oh, man. Thankfully, statute of limitations has ran out, and I cannot be prosecuted for anything me and him did back in Fort Carson.
Never know. I wouldn't be mentioning anything you did in the first place. So it's all true.
No, it's not, Audie. Don't forget, I got dirt on you. You were there with me. We're both guilty.
Both culpable. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just the last little note on that Honeywell thing. Some of the technical drawings relate to components of various aircraft, missiles, and tanks, including F-35, F-22, the B-1 bomber, Tomahawk cruise missile, and the M1 Abrams. You freaking kidding me? Whoa. We'll see how loud that one is. I don't know if it made a shadow in the room, but it was very bright outside.
Heard that one.
Yeah, it's rocking and rolling, bro.
Oh, you're getting some boomers down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, try to look up the radar. I don't care if it's boring. It's interesting to me.
Oh yeah, it's interesting to me too. Yeah, because I'm like hearing that shit.
Just show you guys if it'll pull up. Yeah, because I think the power flashed a little bit is what happened with my internets.
You get that power hiccups. Oh,
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
I had a UPS, a power system on this computer, but man, now it's being a little slow.
Audie, you don't want me to start talking about me and you going to the bar. Just saying, bro.
Yeah, right here in the center. We're just getting smacked around a little bit right now.
Yeah, you guys are catching some heat down there, man. Fuck.
Nah, nothing special.
It is a cool shirt, ain't it, Daniel? The boy.
Yeah, there's a few tornado watches around here, but up north Alabama, they've had a few more twisters on the ground. Yesterday, Atlanta, I think, had some tornadoes in the area. I don't know if you've ever seen the thunderstorms down here, bro. Pretty righteous. We had almost 10 inches in 3 days, not too long ago.
I've been through some of I've been through hurricanes down in Mississippi on the Gulf. I've been through monsoons in Korea. They are similar. You don't get the thunder and lightning in Korea that much, but you get the winds and the rain.
Yeah. It's Mobile's the rainiest city in the US.
See, already, Audie, you can't believe him because he lives in Arizona. He doesn't know what watches and means clouds is. No, Audie, a watch is different down in Alabama compared to Arizona. Okay?
You don't have any clouds in Arizona. What the hell are you talking about? I just got back from Vegas. It's right across the line. There's no clouds out there. So. Yeah, I believe it. And big municipalities like that are not set up for that amount of stormwater. Mobile is. That's the thing. We can get an inch and a half of rain from a afternoon thunderstorm, and within 30 minutes, it'll just be a hot, steamy pile. You'll just have it evaporating off the streets, and it's gross outside.
Oh yeah, you can literally see the humidity coming up off of the sidewalk or asphalt. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Dusty Gold, I want to tell you congratulations on doing good with the cancer and the chemo. You did a cross-country road trip a couple years ago on your Aspencade thinking it was your death thing, and then you beat cancer. And fuck yeah, kick ass, bro.
Nice. Is he commenting in here?
Yeah, I saw he was watching. He hasn't commented yet.
Oh, okay.
He did a thing a couple years on Facebook where he did a road trip on his Honda Aspencade and went by and stopped in and saw people.
Nice.
I was fortunate enough to meet him, and I didn't realize at the time he was thinking he was going to die of cancer, and he was just doing a final road trip. He beat cancer.
Nice.
It shows it can be done.
You just gotta have a bigger bat. Oh,
There's another one.
yeah, it's rocking and rolling. Yeah, we got a tornado watch. It's slowly fading away. Severe thunderstorm watch to our east, but whatever.
I heard about that Panama stuff down there, bro. And yeah, no, thank you. No.
My uncle was down there for Noriega, very long time ago.
I knew a couple people back in the day with the Army when you used to go through jungle school, and you could get the little jungle expert badge, and you had to do Panama, and they were like, "Yeah, don't do it, don't do it. It ain't worth it." You know.
Jungle phase for the Rangers is down next to Eglin Air Force Base. If that tells you anything, it's that stupid wet and hot and sticky, and jungle like for sure.
Yep. Well,
Holy
that's
crap.
like. Before Vietnam in Louisiana, they had Tigerland down there by Fort Polk.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my dad was like, you know what? Vietnam was easier than Fort Polk was. You know,
At least they prepped you enough at Fort Polk. Damn, I'm sorry. Unless you really liked it or were an instructor.
well, I think John was an infantry guy, and he probably liked the abuse.
I wish it sucked more.
Yeah, exactly. Them infantry guys in the Army, you know, they're weird.
Yeah, take care of yourself, brother. Get some sleep for sure. That's what your body runs off of. You got to recharge for sure. Yeah. My uncle went to Panama to Alce Noriega. That was his jungle school.
I think I was in AIT, or I was just out of AIT in the reserves when that whole Noriega thing went on.
Yeah. When was that? Oh, yeah, 89. Yeah.
Yep, I was still in the reserves. Yeah.
Operation Just Cause between mid-December 1989 and late January 1990.
We had a guy come back on active duty in the Army, like when you can get out after 4 years and go to a reserve unit to finish your 4 years.
Yeah.
And he had come back from that, and he had the jungle expert patch on, and we were all like, "Oh my God, look at you." And he was telling us about some of that stuff, and it was like, you know what? I'm glad I was in the reserves and didn't have nothing to do with that shit. That sounds like bull crap, you know?
Yep. Uncle was in the 82nd, parachuted in. Holy crap. I'm just looking at Wikipedia on it. They threw the freaking book at him.
Oh, it was.
Had SEAL Team 4 and Special Boat Unit 26. The Army, Air Force, Navy, the entire military. 82nd, 7th Infantry Division, the 7th Special Forces Group, 75th Ranger Regiment, Tactical Air Control Parties for the 507th and 602nd Tactical Air Control Wing, Combat Controllers, a Joint Special Operations Task Force, elements of the 5th Infantry Division, 1st Battalion, 61st Infantry, 4th Battalion, 6th Infantry, 16th Military Police Brigade, 503rd Military Police Brigade, 21st Military Police. Holy crap, dude.
Oh, yeah, they didn't fuck around with that one. It wasn't like, okay, we're going to send. Nope, they were like, we're shutting it down. We're stopping it now. Go.
This is when they still had the 4-digit squadron and company designators and stuff like that. This is the 1,138th, the 1138th Military Police Company. Holy crap. The 988th Military Police Company. So, yeah, that they threw the book at him. So, it's pretty nasty. Take it easy, John. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Had to have been with the 505th when you were there. They were in there somewhere. Hell yeah. All right, what else are we going to talk about? People in the comments, pop it up. Like I said, I'm a little out of it tonight. Mike, if you got anything specific you want to talk about, I mean, Supposed to throw it out there.
Anybody has any questions about the hobby? I mean, I'm
True. Yeah.
I'm watching the chat and everything.
I got a question unrelated to the hobby. How are you doing with retirement? How are you adjusting from the structure and all of that to just like you can wake up at 9 o'clock or you can sleep till noon? You know, how are you adjusting to that?
He's still working.
Yeah, I'm still working.
Okay.
Remember the last 11 years, 6 months, it was all reserves. So I still had a civilian job and everything. So still getting up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning is just my normal routine anyhow. So, but when weekends come, if it's 7 o'clock, I'm up. I cannot sleep past anything past that.
I hate it. I hate it.
Oh,
I just feel like I'm missing something.
It took me a while after I got out of that because, like, once I got out of the military, you know, it was like, oh, I got to, you know, for years I was waking up every morning 6 o'clock on the dot without an alarm, you know, and then it just slow. Whether I went to bed at 2 a.m. or 10 o'clock at night, and then it slowly started. I'm curious of how other people handle getting out and how the changes and when they notice it, you know.
Yeah, really. The 2 years
that my buddy. Go ahead, Mike.
The 2 years that I spent from active duty, got out, no attachments or nothing. Pretty much got used to the routines, but sleeping in, I still can't do it. I just feel like I'm wasting the day.
Oh, I'm a night owl. It's a complete night owl. That's why I end up burning the candle on both ends because I'm up at 4 to get to work, and then I get home and like it gets past 9 o'clock, and I'm like, let's roll, let's go, keep going when I should be going to sleep. So that's
I was always that one.
I
was that one person every time in the morning. I was always the loud one. Hey, let's go! Everybody's like looking at me. You're just out drinking the night before with us. What are you doing? Shut up!
Rolling out.
I'm still like, let's go! Come on, let's go!
This is my buddy Rob Watson. He was also metals tech. He was at Herbert Field. Might want to get him on the show one night. He has got a 91 Honda NSX, Acura NSX.
Ooh,
yeah, it is. You can see a little bit of it in his profile picture, but it's all titanium aero that he hand built. Just insane car. He retired, I think, about a year ago, close to a year ago, and then moved out to California for a little bit with his mom just to chill out. And now he's back into Florida, which is going to be awesome. Really good dude. Very, very talented fabricator. Like to get up with him in a little while. Glad he's back. Hadn't seen him yet, but I hate it. Even though I have to do it, getting up at 5 a.m. or get up at 4 a.m. No thanks. I'm good. I'm good. I ran bars for way too long, and I'm used to being up till 3 or 4 in the morning. And when we ran ops in Turkey, I was up. I think I was 32 hours straight. I was up over there. I just kept feeding, drinking monsters. Let's go. We got this. Just don't go to sleep. You're fine.
Yeah.
But man.
Yeah. That's the way 9/11 was when I was on the ship, when I was still active duty, when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
72 hours straight. We're just pumping.
Dude.
Between bringing ammunition and bombs being made from below deck, putting them on the elevator, taking them up to the flight deck, loading them. We'd sit there and watch it on Psych TV. Them load the planes, F-14s, F-18s taking off, and just sit there and wait for like 4 or 5 hours, and they'll come back completely empty.
Come back empty. Yep. Come back Winchester. Yeah.
I've heard people talk about that, but I don't even think I can imagine, like, you're loading bombs up and then you go back in and TV and watch the bombs drop. And then you go out and watch the planes land that you just loaded that dropped the bombs that you watched.
Yep. 2011, when we hit Libya, Ellsworth, the first combat sorties from United States soil. They flew from South Dakota, across the Atlantic, of course, refueled, flew directly, did the deepest penetrating sorties into Libya of any Allied aircraft, dropped JDMs and whatever other ordnance they had, went to the deed, refueled, slept a little bit, and flew directly back to South Dakota. Ridiculous. We got woken up at 1 a.m. for that. They're like, don't shit, shower, shave, get in here. Well, what's going on? Can't tell you, get in here. And it was also a blizzard. So we were emergency repairing parts, and we got to a point where there were just too many people in the shop because we had everybody in there. They're like, hey, you have a Bobcat license. You're going to clear snow. So I got sat in a Bobcat for 7.5 hours and cleared snow in the blizzard from the jets while they were pulling up bomb trucks and bomb lifts and stuff like that. Just boom, 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 loading. I asked, I was like, can you run a de-icer? I'm like, I'm not getting in that thing. But I had to stop a couple times. They had a few problems. Some of the crew chiefs knew me. Like, oh shit, something stuck. I got a Mel's Tech guy here. I didn't have any tools. I mean, I had their toolbox if I needed something, but I used the hammer a couple times. But that was, we watched it take off in a blizzard, like talking about maybe a 50-foot cloud deck, full afterburners, wings completely flexed because all the bombs and all the fuel on it, and just and disappear into a freaking blizzard cloud bank. And it came back so and so hours later, completely empty. And they had done two dumps, and that was like, holy crap. And then we saw, gun camera footage, classified briefing later on. But also you've seen, everything on TV and everything like that. So
a lot of the squadrons on the Enterprise, they're selling them. They're making them, burning them on DVDs and selling them to the crews. I think I got like 3 or 4 of them from just watching. Like, yeah, freedom.
Yep. Warheads on foreheads.
All the way up.
We did the same shit with Desert Shield and Storm. We were sitting in the freaking motor pool, and somebody brought a flat screen one of those projection TVs, the big ones.
Yep.
And we were sitting there watching fucking Moabs and, warheads on foreheads, like you guys call it. And we were like, yeah, get some. Fuck yeah, blow them up,
Yep, I did that.
Like, every time that they would have them like staged in the hangar bay on the lower deck of the aircraft carrier before we went up to the flight deck to load, they're handing out metal chalking for welders. We're sitting there just writing messages on every single thing because Enterprise was the first one to strike back after 9/11.
Yeah. Oh, soapstone. Yep. Start writing stuff on there.
Oh yeah.
Did my fair share that day as well.
Yeah, if you can read this, it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm going to say
Go ahead.
I'm probably, as much as war is the military's business, it's unfortunate that I've gotten to see Desert Storm 2, Iraq, lots of stuff in Afghanistan, Libya, and a few other places where we've, watching that fall on freaking the news, watching Tomahawk missiles and JDAMs like just do. Said, unfortunately, war is our business. It's cool to see, but it means somebody's having a really, really bad day on the other end of that. So,
like I've always said, I hate war. I hate people dying, but you know what? I'm glad I'm on the side that has the best toys.
You're right. We are pretty good at killing people and breaking their stuff. And that's what we're trained and paid to do. I mean, you break it down to the simplest thing. When it comes down to it, you're supporting when whatever job in the military you have is you're supporting the people that kill people and break their stuff. So,
yeah.
It's a weird way to put it, but think about it. It's pretty freaking true. John was in Desert Storm as well. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I went through a weird thing with Desert Storm. We went there and like made sure the vehicles were ready, and then we came back and then got to watch all the Desert Shield happen. And we were like, we were just there. That was the vehicle I worked on. Holy shit, you know.
Yeah, week before last, I showed all these pictures from my uncle in Desert Storm, rolling in with the freaking Hummers and stuff like that, with soft doors and, you know, waiting at the border basically. And yeah.
Oh, we still had the Woodland BDU greens and black boots in the desert. Like, you don't stick out like a sore thumb on that, you know.
Yeah, or they would at least have chocolate chips, but they'd still have a Woodland freaking flak jacket on.
Exactly.
Or vice versa. They still have beef, but then have a chocolate chip.
Yeah, we had the tricolor and still had the Woodland green flak vest and black boots. You know, it's like, oh, look, there's a bush that's moving. That's not out of the ordinary.
Because you really want black boots on your feet in the middle of the desert.
Oh, dude, that shit sucked. I literally poured sweat out of my boots almost every night. I'm not even going to joke.
Yep. Scud missile alarms.
Yep.
I almost forgot about Scuds. They still actually use them. They're still actually armed. So, yep. John deployed the Desert Storm in BDUs.
Fuck, Jade. I probably worked on some of that stuff you deployed with, because the military doesn't get rid of nothing.
It's by attrition. If it breaks beyond, basically, if it's total, if it breaks beyond the repair cost, depending on what it is, and they can get another one, then they will. If it's going to take, you know, a long turnaround time and stuff like that, because I mean, there were pieces of some jets I worked on that obviously weren't made anymore. You could get them made, but the cost was so crazy, and then they end up making us make the part. Like, all right, we're not a production shop, but sure.
I think it was my 2000.
Supposedly that's my name in
Arabic.
Well, spaghetti right now. I don't know what the hell it was.
Spaghetti. Farsi or whatever. Farsi or Arabic or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of them fucking scribble languages anyway.
I remember back on when you're talking about rebuilding stuff and everything like that.
Yep.
Well, on the Enterprise, the rudders, there's 4 rudders, but there's 2 hydraulic pumps. You one day on, one day off. Just keep maintenance on it. Well, we had one of those pumps go down. They didn't have any of them. They started doing research. They actually found one out in Iowa in a guy's barn.
Yeah. He
got paid big money to get that back in the government's hands. I see that comment. So I'll pop it up in just a second. Yeah, there was actually a department for B1s because the program got shut down by Jimmy Carter for a while. And then Reagan restarted it. So a lot of the vendors and stuff like that, they shut down and they sold the parts off for basically scrap. Well, that happened a few times, you know, with overproduction and stuff like that. So they had a team of people, like maybe 2 or 3 people, that would fly around the country. These are Air Force guys, fly around the countries and try to locate parts. And they would go in and they would write these guys a check, bring in a truck, and buy all these parts. Surplus parts have been in storage for 35 years. Yep. And like, we used to have a place called Ed's Garage. If we needed a part for an aircraft, we'd have to go in there, and they kind of knew what they had in there, but we would roll in there, and they'd been there for so long, dusty and stuff. We're like, oh my God, we actually got one. So it was crazy. It was like a yard sale for combat coated aircraft, mostly B1 stuff, but it was ridiculous. So, all right, Si.
Yeah, so like Audie said, me and him, when we were there, we had an 88. And if you don't know what that is, it's a tow truck for tanks. It's a big beast of a bastard diesel vehicle that can move anything. We worked on this one. We drove it. We slept in it. Then we came home, and then after that happened, we saw the video of the M88 pulling down the statue of Saddam Hussein. Yeah. That was the tank that me and him lived and slept in for like 3 months, 3.5 months, some shit like that. Yeah.
Really? Like
Yeah.
the actual vehicle?
The actual vehicle that me and
Nice.
Ollie were in, we got to watch tear down the statue of Saddam Hussein.
Nice. That's freaking cool. I remember when that came down. Yeah. See. Didn't have desert utilities until November. We're there in August. Yep.
And yep,
That's
yeah,
P1
everything.
yeah.
Oh fuck, everything went in a burn pit when you left home. Oh fuck, we threw shit in there that shouldn't have been in there.
That's the whole problem these days. Yeah, they're limiting how many up armored trucks, so you don't scare the civilian populace. Is the whole hearts and minds thing.
Yeah, well, we were doing the we had the soft door Hummers. And then they were like, here's the IED blankets. And it was like you had to pull all the seats out of the Hummer and put this blanket thing in, but you were still soft on the top, And it was like, okay, wait a minute here.
I'm going to see if I can't find the video of the Saddam statue coming down. Oh, the hell. Board just went rogue. I felt like 65 M's. What is going on?
Talking about your garage for the B1s. On all aircraft carriers, they have what they call the B&A crane, which is boat and aircraft crane.
Mm-hmm.
And how old the Enterprise is, we had mechanical issues with it, with the hydraulic pump on it. We got the blueprints. We worked on it for 3 days. They ended up having to fly out the gentleman that designed it to the ship. He was late 80s. And he came down there and he takes a wrench and just taps on freaking the side of the motor and took off. And we're like, what?
That's a that's a freaking tale right there, because I do a lot of hardware extraction. I've taken screws out with a pencil eraser. That people have been fighting for an hour. I'm like, oh, just small things like that. I'll grab someone's tool who's been using that tool for 2 hours trying to get it out. And I'll just use it a certain way and it comes right out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the farmer's tractor broke down, and so he called the mechanic. Mechanic came out there, said, all right, start it over real quick. It wouldn't start. So he took one screwdriver, turned one screw, said, try it again. Boom, cranked up and ran better than it's ever ran before. I was like, oh, that's amazing. How did you do that? Blah, 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 blah. How much do I owe you? He's like, that's going to be $1,000. So $1,000? You turned one screw. I said, no. I knew which screw to turn and how far to turn it. That's what you owe me for. You owe me time spent here. That's what a lot of people get confused about. So.
Oh yeah, well, we're people are okay, I'll pull you into this, Webb, with you getting custom art from Jessica Earhart, right?
Mm-hmm.
The price, right? Okay, that's a picture you could find on Amazon, but you're not going to get her technique, her style, her quality. You're paying for her knowledge. And that's like with anything else. It's like you were saying, it took me 30 years to learn what screw to turn and how far to turn it. You're not paying you're paying for my experience. Yeah, exactly, John.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have the title of manufacturing engineer. I'm not a degreed engineer. I've just got a lot of experience on a lot of different things, and I've learned my lesson. And we have actual mechanical, electrical, PE professional engineers that are hired as the same title as me, and I'm sure right around the same salary and stuff like that. But it's funny how many times I'm the go-to guy and not the actual mechanical engineer. Because I've actually worked in those tight spaces and all these weird situations and stuff that I've seen before. That's this whole experience thing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty strange to see sometimes, but what's really good to see is that some of these younger engineers know that they've gotten a bad name, know that engineers in general have gotten a bad name for just shitty designs and things like that. So they are starting to listen to the more experienced, older generations, especially. Thankfully, they're like, oh, maybe we should at least what I'm used to, at least what I'm seeing, which I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I see that all the time. You know, working with the younger guys and stuff like that, and they're like, "Well, how'd you know how to do that?" Or anything. You know, it's just like through experience. I was in your shoes at one time. I had another fellow that I was following. I watched him.
Yep. Nothing but air and opportunity. You better take both of it. You know what I mean?
If you're not paying attention and would rather be on, like nowadays, they would rather be sitting there on this rather than learning something that they can be useful.
I was showing a guy something on computer the other day, and I looked up, and he was doing this. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm actually videotaping what you're doing so I can reference later." I was like, "I thought you were playing on your phone in back of me. It was about to be you were about to have a bad day. Like you're being your supervisor, were about to have a talk." But no, that's actually very smart. So
yeah,
I was like, "I'm going to send you the PowerPoint about it too, and a few other tips." But no, okay, continue. Don't you get on Facebook while I'm trying to teach you something? It's going to be a bad day. So, actually, I got a little surprise there for you. There she is, Psy.
Yep. Me and Audie drove that motherfucker, slept in that motherfucker. I am not even joking. Audie will back me up on that one, bro. Yeah, we bled in that fucking thing, changing stuff on it and driving it, and yeah.
Coming down.
I think I was living with him at the time out in Arizona when we were watching this, and me and him looked at each other and went, holy fuck, we drove that 88.
Yeah. Holy cow. Look at the swarm, though.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Cool point in history. Cool point in history. For sure. All right. Oh, yeah. We're top of the hour. Good. We got into a little groove there and didn't even notice the time slipping by.
It happens.
It's good. No, that's good. We are going to stop and do a small little ad for our buddy. Our show sponsor, of course, if you couldn't tell, behind me and Cy here, BBQSauce.com. One of our very dear friends, Mr. Felix Irving, a.k.a. Sauce Boss, a.k.a. The American. He's a retired Air Force veteran, lives in South Dakota. It's built with bourbon, established 2015. Amazing sauces, amazing rubs. He is running his little ass off right now. He's got so many stinking orders. He's out of stock on some things. I'm not sure what's going on with the co-packer, but he's doing his damnedest to get this product out to you because I gave a sample pack out this weekend to my buddy that came through because he barbecues a good bit. He's ordered some from him before, but it has been a while. So BBQSauce.com, obviously. Let's see if it says... because he's had a couple of them pop up that have been out of stock. I think he's been announcing on Facebook or TikTok, of course. But
I think the Reaper is close to out of stock, and I think one of the mustards is out of stock.
Yeah, I absolutely adore the mustard. The Reaper is way too much for me, and I won't even go near it. But the mustard rub and the mustard sauce is my jam. The spicy is pretty dang good too. I actually take and make a like kind of a pseudo buffalo dipping sauce with that, a little bit of cream cheese and a little bit of sour cream. Actually turns out pretty stinking nice. And the original, of course, is good on freaking anything.
I used the Black Label for my fire in your hole Italian sausage bread.
It's named appropriately, at least. Like,
Well,
If you're using Black Label, I will give you props. That's I can't mess with Black Label.
I wish it was a little hotter, believe it or not.
Who hurt you as a child, Mike?
Yeah,
You had to join the Navy and you like Black Label that much. Who hurt you?
The Navy
That's-
food,
yeah,
No
you're
taste.
right.
no flavor.
Oh wow.
I mean, I got one hot sauce that I get out of Bass Pro Shop, and it's that 4.2 million Scoville units.
God,
And
I just
that's
can't.
still not even enough.
That makes
Man.
my forehead sweat just listening to you, bro.
When I do that Italian sausage bread, I put the Black Label into the sausage when I cook it. There's ghost peppers in there. There's habaneros, long greens, and that other hot sauce all together in that meat. I got to
Oh,
open all the windows, turn all the fans on. My girlfriend
Yeah.
hates it because I just gas her out. I'm sitting there hiccuping while I'm cooking.
No,
I
no
love it
thanks.
hot.
No, thank you.
hey, Webb, can you hit the Hawaiian shirts on the BBQ site?
Is it on a Teespring? Oh, yes,
There we go.
are. So we are trying to do some pre-orders for Hawaiian shirts. It's men's and women's sizes. Dave, I didn't know we had holographic stickers now.
Yeah,
Come
Bro.
on, brah.
bro.
I've been out of the loop. Sorry. Yeah. I need some holographic stickers. Be my next stuff. So, dang.
But yeah, the big deal with the Hawaiian shirts is you Air Force guys, I don't know about the Navy if they let you, that might be a uniform for Hawaiian shirts in the Navy. I don't know.
We don't
But
have
yeah,
that luxury.
the Hawaiian shirts, they add a splash of color if you're overseas out of the United States. And how can you not smile or laugh if you see somebody in a Hawaiian shirt, right?
Especially when it's got the stacking bodies on it right here. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at that logo. That's just badass. The reason Felix is pushing these, and so am I, is he's got 3 wives that have ordered these for their husbands that are currently deployed.
Yes. And of course, down here, once 25 or more shirts have been pre-ordered, that will start the production. So,
Felix actually bit the bullet. He's ordering these. These will be going into production. He's eating the money on this. Everybody that's pre-ordered will get their shirt, and then he's going to have some other ones that you can order.
well, I'm about to order some stuff right now. So, you're gonna watch me shop. I don't care. I need some.
Them
some
wood
more.
beard combs are awesome.
I probably gonna need to get one of those too. So let me go ahead.
I got a
and
couple
get-
more weeks to go before I get one.
Screw it. I'll get 10. I like the holographic.
And the shirts fit just like the Dickie shirts, the work
Yeah.
shirts, you know.
Yeah.
So there's men's, there's women's sizes. Jade, I'm sorry, I don't know if they're Smurf sizes.
Yes, please get in here, everybody. Like I said, I'm shopping right now. I'm trying to remember what I got in the fridge. I know I still got some mustard left. I bought one of the 2-pound bags of mustard seasoning because I put that shit on bacon, on pork chops. Like, I use it.
Bro, I put mustard seasoning on popcorn. That will change your life.
Yeah, I tried that. It was really damn good. So,
You know, there's nothing that I've tried. The only thing I've tried that doesn't, and it still tasted good, it just wasn't. Okay, it's Vienna sausages. They taste like garbage to begin with, but they're good field food, right?
Yeah.
So I thought I'll throw a little mustard on there. They tasted better, but they were still Vienna sausages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway, please go visit him. He is on Facebook. He is on, of course, BBQSauce.com. He does a lot of stuff on TikTok, which I refuse to get back on TikTok, but that's my own story. Dave is currently head of HR. He's got the shirt for it. But Right now, yeah, he's taking some time off. He's usually on this show, but he's putting his nose to the grindstone and knocking out some products. I think he's doing some product development as well, and completely support that, brother. We wanted him to be successful in that, so keep on trucking, brother.
Oh yeah, because he even helped out my friend up in North Florida. He helps out with the Soldiers Freedom Outdoors.
Yep.
They have a Camp Freedom. We did a metal detecting event up there, and Felix actually sent out quite a few jars of it that we were able to raffle off and stuff like that for people to win.
Nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Felix is the same. That's why we're all kind of doing our thing here. Is we all have the same idea. We want to help each other, whatever you're doing. Reach out. If you're doing this, like you said with the fishing deal where he donated it, that's cool. It's all about spreading the message, raising awareness. That's the key.
Yeah, and of course he has a business as well, but one of his main reasons for being in business is that he wants to get big enough where he can just start hiring veterans. He wants to. He's an NCO. He's an NCO to the core. You know what I mean? He knows exactly resources, timeline, and mission. Let's get this done. But he's trying to grow big enough where he can hire nothing but veterans. Yes, he wants to turn a bit of a profit so he can reinvest and make this company grow. But he wants to deeply get involved with like a jobs program for veterans as soon as he can. So that's why he's, like I said, put his nose to the grindstone. We love him for it. We should hurry up and get back.
Well,
long rants, but
I have sad news to say on the TikTok note. For some reason, TikTok gave him a 6-month ban from doing live videos. He can still do videos, but it's like you got to record them, then post them. But he can't go live on TikTok till November.
What? Why?
Apparently, after he shaved his beard, and then he said on a live that he had to card himself. They thought he was underage, and they want him to send verification.
What?
Yeah, it's weird, dude. They wanted him to send a picture of his ID proving how old he was. You know what he sent TikTok? He sent them a picture of this. So we might not see Felix on live TikTok until November.
Dude, that is absolutely astounding how stupid that is.
Especially with some of the videos that you can see on there. It's like so stupid.
Oh my God.
Hey, Frank, you mean these? Frank Urban is trying to do a veteran thing too. He's a big vet supporter. He's been around a long time too.
See, he's on here. Thank you for freaking supporting, brother. Sorry, I wasn't going to share my screen while I was checking out on BBQSauce.com.
Yeah, show your fucking credit card numbers, man.
Nah, bro, I go through PayPal. It's protected. Go through PayPal.
Let's get that 3-digit PIN so we can order stuff.
Nope, you won't get it from me. Oh, I still got it. Never mind. Yeah. Continue. Cool. My shirt order is in. I've been running so ragged these past couple months that I've completely forgotten to freaking drop my order in for that. But oh well, it's in now. Don't care. I am supporting, and they got me 10 of those holographic stickers. So I like
those stickers are pretty cool, bro. Yeah.
Sweet. My money is in. Fellas, I'm going to take a small break. Please converse amongst yourselves for a minute. And in about 10 minutes, we're going to do some tactically acquired. Like I said, I did dig out some of my crap. Mike said he has quite a few coins around him. Si's got some shit on his head that he can probably show off.
More spaghetti.
Yeah, more spaghetti. So I'm going to take a small break real quick and see how much rain we've gotten, basically. Probably grab a beer. So, all right, be right back, guys.
Oh, yeah. Perfect time for a break, bro. But, yeah, so basically, Mike, this is what we do on Tuesday nights, just kind of shoot the breeze about different people's hobbies. We really, really, really try to watch the comments because that's how you interact and that's how you could pick up on stuff,
Correct.
And yeah, like Frank says, he's another vet trying to do things for vets. You know, he's trying to start a thing for United Veterans Foundation. You know, so you know, that's basically all we're doing is we're not trying to make money. We're not trying to get famous. We ain't selling shirts or coffee. We're just trying to be here for veterans as an outlet to take a break for a couple hours a night. You know, not be so big into your head that it gets to a problem.
Exactly. And that's what I'm trying to do with metal detecting. I got a couple friends, one that was in my reserve unit there in Tampa. She associates with the VA quite a bit. There's a doctor over there that I need to get in contact. He's trying to look for alternate therapy for veterans to get into. And metal detecting, I know quite a few. I got a friend up in New Jersey. He's also a Navy veteran, but metal detecting is another thing that he uses for therapy also with his PTSD and that.
Well, exactly. It's like, you know, there's so many therapies that are helpful to people. And just because, like, you know, equine therapy or paint therapy or pew therapy doesn't help you, doesn't mean that there's not a therapy, you know,
out there. Correct. That there's other avenues that us veterans can actually use to cope with everything that we have, with whatever demons that you might have. And I understand that, like for sound and stuff like that, because the metal detectors do put off different tones and stuff like that. I know it's not for everybody, especially if that's one of your triggers, is different sounds like that.
Well, yeah, you know, probably the guy that was, you know, out there with the metal detector looking for landmines is probably not going to be, or he might be one of your candidates. You never know, but you know, it's like there's enough. You know, if you look, you know, ask any one of us on here. You know, I know people in Oklahoma, Florida, all kinds, fishing, hiking, camping. There's a guy down in Texas that's getting ready to do a big boar hunt. You know.
Yep.
You know, so there's all kinds of stuff. There's the painting. We know Jessica Earhart. She does all kinds of cool paintings. You know, if you're into that, you know, cooking. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just I do this. This is my therapy, is doing podcasts and trying to connect with other veterans.
Correct. I mean, everything that we can do for each other, because I know some of the systems isn't there and they're still trying to figure out what these symptoms are, but each person, it's completely different. It all depends on their outcome or what they've been through and what's going to actually help that person.
Right. You know, some people it's like drifting. Some people it's metal detecting. Some people it's podcasting. Some people it's painting, you know, fishing, hunting, hiking, camping, whatever, you know, but there's something for you. You just have to reach out and find it. Oh, shit.
She read it. How you doing?
Good. I don't recognize that name, but I just got a new friend request right as I popped in. Hello.
Hello,
nice Jade. How are you?
Wanted to pop in. I'm doing good.
Good.
So I was grumpy earlier just because I made a message earlier today. It was like, I don't know how people in Washington can do it, or how people can live in Washington, because today was like the second day in a row that it was just gloomy and cloudy. I mean, I was grumpy.
She was grumpy because Tuco spit or sneezed
that didn't happen
right
in this afternoon.
That's why she was grumpy. Her dog nodded in her nose.
No, I was grumpy this morning because it was just cloudy and it was gray, and like I love the rain and everything. But it's a cold rain here, and then you know the sun actually came out. It was actually a really beautiful sunset tonight, which I'm like I love. But yeah, I went to go pick up my son and my dog Tuco, which he has his own segment on Crossroads that it's the never-ending saga of my dog is trying to kill me. He went into this random sneezing fit. And it was almost violent because he just he's got 3 paws now. He had a full leg amputation almost 3 months ago. And it was just so much that he almost like knocked his head on the door because we're in the mom car. He's up front with me.
Schwack.
Almost. And I'm just like, oh my god. Like my windows are down, right? Sitting in this pickup line, and the dog's like, are you okay? He finally like calmed down, and then he like moved to where he was facing me, and just the biggest freaking sneeze out of all of that. And it seriously, it didn't land like on my nose, it landed like in my nostril.
Hey, Mom.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh.
How does that happen?
Well, and like you said, I can just imagine all the other parents in the line, like looking at your vehicle, like, what the hell is she doing now?
You see it moving. Well, you see it moving all the time. Yeah, not so much. I'm a very animated person. I'm always dancing, petting my dog, singing along, just scrolling along because this pickup line at my son's school, it backs up so early that you're still not even the first person in line. You're still kind of in the middle of the line, half an hour before they get out.
God.
So what do? I entertain myself. And Tuco gets to come along, and I Pavloved my dog.
Uh-oh.
So you know the theory of Pavlov, right? With the bell.
Yeah.
Right.
My alarm goes off to remind me to start getting ready to go, whatever it is that I'm doing throughout the day. And he knows now that it's time to get ready to go. And he almost is acting like, it's time to go now because I can hear your alarm go off. Let's go.
Yep, it's a trigger.
I Pavloved my dog.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hey, Frank,
I just came in and just like whole chaos.
Frank, if you got a link
It
up
is my life.
for your products or anything like that, we can throw it across on the bottom as a banner, brother. So
Go get one of these cool patches from Frank.
Yep. Shoot a link on the messages over here. Post it up and I'll put it across the bottom.
And congrats on the house being paid off for, Frank.
Yes, congratulations. Getting debt free is always a slight relief. Or close to debt free, All right, it is the bottom of the hour again. And okay, it's just eBay listing. You know what the eBay listing is for? Or just shoot the link to the eBay listing if you can. It's the bottom of the hour. We're going to go into our regular segment of Tactically Acquired. This kind of grew out of a small thing that I had on another show with Miss Combat Cricket when I first came onto the network. Kind of involved it into a different animal, so to speak. So this is the disclaimer. Please do not display or send us pictures of anything that you can get in serious trouble for. We will not go to court for you and testify on your behalf. If you're not supposed to have it. Oh, thanks, Cricket. Sorry. What's going on, John? If you're not supposed to have it, don't show it, please. I know we've all got our weird stories and weird mementos and trinkets, but let's make sure they're decommissioned and they're legal for a civilian to have. Unless you got a cool license, Class 3 or SOT, then show away. I don't care. All right, Mike, you're the guest. You can start off, brother. What you got? Well, actually, let's throw up my stupid little banner. Tactically Acquire. I can't do the echo or any kind of crap like that, but yeah, Mike, what you got?
Cool. We'll start with my not great detail, not military required, but a friend from Great Britain sent it to me. It's a Roman coin. The dates that I could find on it are from 350 BC to 58 BC.
Whew.
And he said he finds these through metal detecting over there, like I find pennies here in the States. They find them all over the place.
Where is he out of?
He's out of Great Britain.
Okay.
What province? I'm not sure of.
Okay. Yeah.
Then for other stuff, I mean, I already showed the Real on my 3-ringer. I do have gold, 1903 $2.50 coin.
I think you said that was like a $65 coin or something, or what? No, like 300 something, isn't it?
No, that right now because the gold prices, it's about 900.
Ooh, yeah. God.
And I do have a Spanish escudo gold that this will never come off my neck. That's from 1788. $20 new. You can find these in your change now. West Point quarters.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about them, but people are spending them, but they're actually about anywhere from $15 to $20. And it's just your standard.
What's the mark on it that tells you it's a West Point?
Is
there a mint marking?
There's a mint mark just right about. Let me find it so I can make sure I'm not backwards. Right over here beside his neck. There's a W.
Ah, okay.
And in 2020, they also put the 75th anniversary of World War II on it. So it says V75 on it.
Nice.
And that quarter, you can find it. I actually got this out of McDonald's in my change.
I'm going to be searching all my freaking quarters now.
Webb could be like, nope.
Oh, it's cool.
Nope.
You know, I mean.
Then this year, 2021, these quarters are already going for $1.
That's not bad. That's what, 75% increase?
Yeah. And people are spending them.
Man. So the funny thing is,
you don't need a metal detector to find it. But
yeah, all of these are actually, it actually fits the bill of tactically acquired more than most of the crap we have. Especially, I know you're digging through change drawers, but a lot of that stuff you found with a metal detector your friend had, that's the most tactically acquired you can get. You know what I mean? You're digging through soil, you're taking your time, you're sweeping the area. Is that 1853?
Yes. That's a large, what they call a large cent. It's actually hold. Let me get in front of my camera. It's hold there.
Yeah.
What they used to do back in the day, they would put a hole in it, either with a square nail or with a fine drill. They would run string through it and sew it into their pocket so they wouldn't lose it. Well, of course, somebody lost that one. I mean, here's I'll get that quarter out again. Show size comparison. This is what they call a trine. 3-cent piece. This one is a 1853. Back side of it. And size comparisons. The U.S. came up with this one when postal stamps went to 3 cents. Rather than paying 3 of these large coins, they went to this. And this is 90% silver.
Wow.
Nice.
I got heirlooms. This is my grandfather's, Morgan.
Oh, shit.
Morgan dollar, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
That's a Morgan dollar. I mean, our coins back in the day were, compared to what we have now, I mean, there's a Walking Liberty 50-cent piece. I think that's a 43.
Yep. I've seen a few of those, actually.
And you got a Standing Liberty quarter.
Dang.
Nice.
They're so cool.
I know.
Mercury dime.
Well, and like this just fits into the whole other hobbies to do. Like Jess is on here. She's finally got her website up, Webb.
She actually just posted it. I'm going to pull it up, Web.
Yeah.
Well, Webb, you're getting some one-of-a-kind paintings from her.
I already have them. So
Oh, you
and
did
they're
get them?
yes, I did get them. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely
pictures.
insane. So,
Yeah, she's
oh my
working on
gosh,
2 pieces for me. I'm super excited.
I'll send pictures when I actually give them to the people that they're supposed to be going to, but because they don't know
You
about them
can
yet.
send them in our chat.
Understand?
Oh yeah. Now I'm yeah. Can't show them right now. They will premiere after they're given. It's supposed to be
That's
a
Navy
His
Civil War
will be
Navy button.
or might be seen
But-
on our stream, so he's gonna wait.
Yeah.
Wow.
A Navy button, yeah.
Yep.
We found quite a few of those, and I'm originally from Selma, Alabama, and they had the Battle of Selma there. There was a big arsenal company there.
One real hard. This is General Service Union jacket button.
Nice.
Barely see the eagle on it and the crest. I mean, I got freaking tons of stuff also. So
that's the hobbies, man. That's what keeps you going. That's awesome. I mean, that's the history involved in it is the mini ball.
That's a 58 caliber.
Yeah.
And of course, I dinged it when I dug it.
Yeah.
That thing, imagine being hit by something like that.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's like a baseball coming at you.
No, I was gonna say that it goes through you. It doesn't just hit you.
No, it goes through. It would like take off.
Yeah.
Like if you got shot in the knee, you would lose a leg. Or, if you got shot in the shoulder, your arm's gone. That's a big bullet.
This is another 58, but it hit something hard.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that hit something.
Yeah. Imagine that thing waddling through you. Ouch.
So when people are talking about these ARs and how nasty they are, please, those bullets are small.
Well, they're nasty for a different reason.
Yeah.
that's just a chunk of lead coming at you. It's like a sledgehammer. You know what I mean? The smaller, faster bullets are causing hydrostatic shock. Those things are just smacking you like a sledgehammer. So
yeah,
that's a grape shot cannonball.
Yeah.
Mike, can I ask how tall you are?
How tall I am?
Yeah, because like I have little hands, but on camera, like with this. Not trying to be
5'11".
weird. I'm just trying. So I'm saying you don't have little hands.
That's a quarter.
Put up something
quarter.
Like as a size reference, like a Bic lighter or another coin to show how big that is. Something
I don't have a
for a
quarter
size
to show,
reference.
like just to show, like
a mouse.
my.
Yep, it did. They would take a piece of your uniform into the hole. Absolutely.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and that's where most of the deaths come from. It wasn't from the actual wound; it was from the infection that followed.
No, I'm saying the rounds that he was showing,
What's
he
up,
doesn't
Caleb?
have. Never mind.
No, it didn't have a size reference. Yeah, no, completely understand. Yeah, but 50. Yeah, there we go. 58 caliber is a little over a half-inch wide. So,
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes, Frank. Yes, she is. We're trying to get Felix to get Smurf sizes for the Hawaiian shirts.
I will order one, even if it's not perfect cut for me, but because I want to support Felix and his
better-known
business.
businesses. Better-known businesses.
Well, and veteran-owned businesses, small businesses, veteran-owned ideas. Yeah. If we don't support each other, nobody else will, because nobody else cares about us. Sad to say.
By the way, happy International Firefighters Day.
Whoop whoop. I don't know if we got any first responders, firefighters in here, but yes, it's your day. Have a blast.
My father was a firefighter for the Air Force.
I have a couple firefighter buddies in the Air Force too. So
When my father-in-law is a retired fireman.
this girl coming in the Daddy, what you doing? Daddy, what you doing? Why are you not paying
Don't show
attention
your
to me?
butthole.
She will in a heartbeat.
Hi, baby.
Mom, let you go pee pee. Okay. Yep, I've got quite a few when I start digging them out. 105, 40 millimeter, 30 millimeter, 25 millimeter, 20 millimeter. Yeah, I've got lots of memorabilia. Actually, I got a 105 right up there. But
For John, he said he has a 50 caliber, or no, it was John, at 69 caliber musket. That's what that used to be when it got hit.
Yeah,
That's a fired 69.
Ouch.
That's how mushroomed it gets. For
Ouch.
shade.
yeah.
Well, thank you, John.
Amazing.
Yep.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Old Dog. We can call him Old Dog instead of John Goley. He's been around the vet community longer than I have, I think.
Impossible.
Let's see. Right now, scrolling across the bottom is a banner for the eBay listing for those patches. Si, can you show that patch again from Frank Urban?
Oh, yeah. Give me a sec. Let me grab it.
That is.
If you don't know what that says, you might want to go take a look on Google. Frank, I haven't put it on my patch jacket yet because I haven't fired up my sewing machine yet. And yes, I actually do have a sewing machine.
I have one right back there. Absolutely.
I have one right behind my laptop. My sewing machine desk is what I'm using to broadcast,
Nice.
I got one myself.
Yep.
This whole COVID started. I started making masks and everything. My girlfriend comes walking out like, I didn't know you knew how to sew. How do you think we put patches on our uniforms? We got to learn something.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And
I don't know how to sew.
And see how the roles have reversed throughout the years? The only female in here does not have a sewing machine and doesn't know how to sew. All three dudes in here have sewing machines, little like singers and stuff like that's pretty funny. Dude, I used to mend my socks, like my good socks, like my good green socks from my boots.
Oh, yeah.
Little holes in the toes. I'm like, zip, done.
Yep.
No problemo. That way I don't have to go buy another $10 pair of socks because those seem to be the only ones that will actually save your feet in those shitty boots.
Oh, fucking. See, now hand sewing leather's tough because you got to get good thread, good needle, and then you got to have calluses on your thumb to
hammer with an awl. Yeah,
you got to know what you're doing, especially with sewing leather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like I pay good money to have patches sewn onto leather.
I'm with you, sis. I'll pay somebody else to put the patch where I want it on leather. Yeah,
because you will just mess it up if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing,
split the grain. You can do all kinds of weird stuff. And scalp it. You can scratch it. So, all right. I guess I'll go next really quickly. These are a couple of my coins that I found digging out. So this is the last unit I was with. This is 39th Weapon System Security Group. It was a very unique organization. It was a combined group with, I think it has it on the back, actually. Yeah. Maintenance Squadron, Security Forces Squadron, Operational Support Squadron, and Command Posts. So everybody that protected the stuff we had, worked on the stuff we had, scheduled and transported the stuff we have, and the command post for the actual airbase. Like, we were basically the core. Everyone else was there to support us, like services and everything like that. But you can kind of tell what we had to deal with there by just what's on the back of the coin. I'm not going to go any further into that, but it was a crazy experience that I got to do a lot of stuff I'd never thought that I would ever get to see or do. Extremely proud of that. That was a lot of fun. And then the other one, this is from the actual maintenance squadron, which I started off being a part of. This is Age Aerospace Ground Equipment, ammo, MSF. I don't remember what maintenance services. I don't remember. That was probably mine. But Toto, that's the technical orders, and then weapons. We were the Buffaloes, wherever, whenever. But the other side of it is a QA coin, it's quality assurance coin. We enforce the standards, we write people up, we ensure compliance across the entire board. That was my job. I was a QA chief inspector for the weapon system security group. So I was evaluating everybody, cops, operators, maintenance, everything. It was a crazy job, and I loved it to death. And if you can see, professional, reliable, industrious, competent, and knowledgeable, sincere. Now take the first letter of all of those words. What does that spell?
Wait, hold on. PRIC. Pricks.
Yep. Yep. That's one of the inside jokes. Like, in God we trust, all others we inspect. And everybody thought we were pricks. We were assholes. Yeah. Like, oh, why are you writing me up, man? Like, you're not doing it right. Like, this is either dangerous or it could end up being dangerous. So I got him to write you up. I'm sorry. Freaking pricks, man. Come on, man. So it was a little inside joke. Almost every QA shop has a coin with this or some sort of, play and stuff like that.
I love that you guys picked the buzzard from the Looney Tunes cartoon, like dump the dump the dump the dump the doop the doop the doop,
Yeah. Well, there's a decent amount of symbolism in here too. So you see he's got a baseball cap on, right? The buzzard has a black baseball cap on that says QA. Well, there's black hat inspectors and white hat inspectors. That's not an official designation, but a black hat will come out there and write you up for everything. Doesn't matter, right? It could depend on his mood for the day. A white hat will actually come out there and help educate and inform and help straighten out if there's any, misunderstanding. I would sometimes, depending on my mood and depending on what had gone on the day before, as far as inspecting someone, if I was going back for a re-inspect and they still hadn't done anything with it, the black hat went on. I just started writing stuff. Done. You're done. You're going to be in your blue standing in front of the commander by the end of the day. Sorry, brother. You can't listen. You can get somebody hurt. Done. And the next shop I'd go to, put my white hat on. Hey, hold on, calm down. Yeah, this is I could write you up for this, but let's learn from this real quick. So like I said, and the vulture always sitting up and watching for his next opportunity. You're always observant, always looking for anything that out of compliance, or obviously safety was our biggest thing. So that was an awesome assignment. I liked it a lot, and it sucks that was my last one, but I'd already made my mind up by then, and I had to punch. So lots of fun though. It's one of my favorite coins right there. So, and my last one, this is actually my grandfather's Stein. See if we can get it out of the glare a little bit. So it says, oh wow, Flight Simulator Dean Larson, 1970 to 71, Hahn Air Base, Germany, which is not even around anymore.
No.
Yeah. Germany crest.
Kind of starting to come into focus.
Let's see if I can do something about. Yeah, I have a weird light here.
That's still cool, bro.
Yeah. So it's pewter top, stuff like that. So he was a crew chief of B-52s for the longest time in the Ellsworth Air Force Base. I actually got to go in some of the buildings that he worked in on B-52s. He's stationed in Great Falls at Minot, where my mother was born, Arkansas, Scott Air Force Base, but he went to Germany. He was a maintenance superintendent over all the flight simulators at Hahn Air Force Base. So he's a senior master sergeant at the time at E8. He actually came back to, I think, Columbus, Mississippi, where they still do flight training, and managed the flight simulator stuff there. Moved to Craig Air Force Base in Selma, which is where I'm from. They didn't have a spot for him. Moved back to Columbus, Mississippi, and retired as a senior because he couldn't get a chief spot. So, but this is one of those special mugs too. You're not going to be able to see it, but when you're done drinking your beer, and you look down it, there's actually a scantily clad lady in the bottom if you hold it up to the light. So yeah, it's pretty special to me.
Oh hell yeah!
Might have to get that.
And it's your grandpa's. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, it's my grandpa's too. So, and all this is, gold lined. This is all actually gold leaf and stuff like that. It's cleared over. So they'll be me for quite some time. Yep, that's where Felix is still around the area, and Jenny was there as well for quite some time. We never crossed paths. I left right before she got there, but yeah, I loved Ellsworth. My grandfather met my grandmother at a bar in Sturgis. Yep, she was a school teacher in a little town near Sturgis and couldn't be seen drinking in her hometown because it was like the 50s. And she went to the bar in Sturgis, and my grandfather was, airman at the time, went up to Sturgis, they met, and ta-da. So,
ta-da, here I am.
Yep. Yeah, I still got family up there. Like I said, I spent 3 years up there. I went there for family vacations when I was younger, and it was awesome to be able to explore it when I was an adult, with adult hobbies. I had a motorcycle, had a fast road going car, and a rock crawler. So, and I like to shoot things, so it's a perfect place for me. So, yes, Sturgis is a magical place. Speaking of which, Sturgis 2011. That's it for my tactically acquired. Si, you got something?
No.
That's all right. Oh, it was just awesome the way you did that.
I was like, wait, I might. Oh, no, I don't.
No, bro. No. What, Jade? What's going on?
Well, no, my connection just was like blip.
It blipped for a quick second.
Well, how's the storm out there?
Oh, we got an inch and a half in about an hour and a half.
Is it still rolling through, or did it move out?
Oh, it's a little bit better. It's just drizzling a little bit now. I mean, usually squall lines roll through here pretty quickly. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're on the back side of it, so just some drizzles and stuff. But yeah, it was raining. Like I said, inch and a half, an hour and a half. So,
Frank, I was at Sturgis. Boy, was it 2009 or 2010? Because Boy was with me.
I'm sitting here.
No,
going,
it was 2009 because my little one was just a few months old, and he actually fell asleep on Main Street with all that noise going through Sturgis. So,
yeah, I was either in Carson or Korea in 96, 97, 98, 99, and then 08 and 09, I think I was here in Iowa, and I'm too old to go to Sturgis anymore. It's gotten weird. It's too commercial, too money. Back in the day, Sturgis was cool. It was a bunch of bikers, like-minded people, not necessarily patch wearers and vest people, but it was just a bunch of Harley motorcycle enthusiasts. And now it's just money.
Well, I can tell you when I was going, it wasn't too bad.
There's a chance that we might have seen it in Korea.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. As a local around there, you try to stay off the roads because there's so many stupid people.
Yeah, but it's just for like pretty much that 2-week period.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's for 2 weeks before, the 2 weeks of Sturgis, and 2 weeks after, because people come way early.
That month
and a half of stupid people on the roads. Yeah, because people come early.
The same way.
Yeah.
It's like with me here, I'm right next door to the Iowa State Fair, and everybody's like, "Oh, do you go to the fair?" And I'm like, "No." I sit in my backyard and listen to the concerts and watch the fireworks. Do I go with that craziness? No.
We would go like the last 2 days because most of the bigger crowds have rolled out. But you still got the same, some stragglers and stuff like that. And then people stay over because the roads are so crowded during Sturgis, you can't ride it. So you go riding after those last 2 weeks, but you still got stupid people on the road.
Oh, yeah.
But the last 2 days, all the vendors are trying to get rid of whatever they have left. I think I picked up 10 Jack Daniel's whiskey barrel tops for free when they were selling them for $65 a piece.
Yep. They don't want to haul it. They're like, here.
Exactly. So I took them home. I still got 2 of them in the shed. I chop them apart every now and then and smoke some meat with them. So
that should be something you put that big ass brake caliper on that wood and make a big ass wall clock out of.
Then I'd waste the lid. I want to smoke something with it. Yeah, because that's
I can only imagine. Oh, I'd be so
that would
pissed.
suck. Yeah, at the hospital right up there.
I'd have shot people. I'm sorry to say, I'd probably still be in jail.
I know some shortcuts out and around that area. We were going up to see. It was Cage the Elephant, Eagles of Death Metal, and Stone Temple Pilots with the original lineup. Scott,
nice.
had got back with them. So me and my buddy were like, we're going. So we start up the interstate, and I look on my phone, and it's a freaking traffic jam. Turns out a semi had turned sideways. So I had my outdoor GPS on me. I was like, dude, take a right. And we freaking bajaed it down these farm to market roads. Came in the backside of Sturgis, got like front row parking, walked in and went directly to the front row. Nobody was there because they all got caught on the interstate. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So first Casey Elephant, Eagles of Death Metal played, and we were still up front for Stone Temple Pilots. At least I got to see him before he passed. But yeah, that was that was pretty slick. We literally Baja in a 4-door Honda old school Accord, just whop whop.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Honest, dude, you can make it. Just go for it. Gun it.
I told him, I was like, if you don't feel comfortable, pull over. I'll drive, bro. I'll drive. No freaking problem.
So what is that air base that is right after the Colorado border into Wyoming?
F.E. Warren.
Warren?
F.E. Warren, yeah.
So when I went out to Sturgis, we had gotten into Wyoming, headed up, and it was myself, my mom, boy, my little baby, and myself, and there was a truck with a toy hauler. And in 2009, toy haulers weren't as common.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad saying, like, we passed him, and he's like, "Oh, that's a nice toy hauler." And we pulled over, stopped, and he saw the toy hauler pass us. We get back on the highway, and we're driving for a little bit. And my dad, as soon as he said it, he's just like, "We haven't caught back up to that toy hauler. He must be hauling ass." And then we started seeing debris on the road. And what had happened was the toy hauler ended up taking over the truck and pushing it down. And just as he was trying to keep control of the truck, the toy hauler was just ping-balling him between the median. And once the median had, or the guardrails had stopped, it pushed him into a ditch and caused the truck to flip, smashing the toy hauler to where it looked like a flatbed. This was an airman.
Not enough brakes.
His girlfriend that was in this accident. My mom, being the RN that she is, we stopped, and she runs and helps. He's actually entrapped just because of the way that, like, he's pretty much hanging upside down from the truck.
Dang.
Or inside the truck. She crawled out. She's got a pretty big laceration and starting to go into shock, or my mom's
Yeah.
trying to keep her alert and everything else, and she was calling me to come down to try to climb into the truck to see if I could get him out, just because of how little I am. But he's an airman. He got my mom's information from the EMTs and sent her a Christmas card.
That's awesome.
Oh, way cool.
So it was one of the cool stories.
I'm glad
Airmen,
you guys, were around to at least help out, man. That's
because my dad was pretty much. My dad doesn't have any, but he was in the Navy. I don't know exactly what he did, honestly. He just doesn't talk about it. But he was pulling bikes and turning off gas lines and everything else, because they did have a couple bikes in the toy hauler, turning off propane, making sure propane lines and batteries and all that stuff.
It's the last thing you need going up.
Yeah. While my mom was attending to her, and she was calling me down to come and try to climb into the truck to see if I could get him out. But EMTs were able to come. They ended up using Jaws for Life to open his door, just because of how crushed in the ditch his door was. But really, I think it was he broke his clavicle. She had a laceration, but they were both okay.
Broken clavicle ain't no joke. I've had.
I know. I heard that's one of the most painful bones to break.
Well, and
other than your femur. Which I don't remember breaking mine.
It doesn't heal right. There's no way you could put a cast on your clavicle.
Yeah.
So you basically got to walk around like this with a sling or something and not move one arm for, 6 months. And it never heals right. I've been dealing with it for years.
Oh. Yeah, at least you guys could be of assistance for sure. Of course.
Anytime, Jess.
I cannot wait to see what you create.
Oh, I just love watching her when she's like, you know what? I'm going to paint. And then the next thing you know, it's like, that is freaking awesome. How do you do that?
Cool. I was watching a little bit of it last night. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, how do you figure out, like, I'm just going to pour some paint on here and then do this and then blue, and poof. It's incredible.
It's magic, bro. It's magic, bro. Duh. It is the top of the hour, people. Thank you again for staying with us on Scram Jett. We are going to post up our sister show's information right now. Of course, we're on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We have a few viewers from all those different platforms tonight. Thank you very much. Please be sure to check out Monday Night Mayhem Radio with Judy G and Lunchbox, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, you're watching Scram Jett right now. If you're not, you should be. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Tuesdays. Tomorrow, featuring Miss Combat Cricket, who we have in attendance, is the Crossroads. That'll be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And rounding out our week are the Full Metal Crayon Eaters, our 2 resident Marines. Yeah, just watch the shit show. I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're probably going to do a wrap-up video for they just did it was a 5K, right?
5.5 miles.
5.5 miles.
March walk for Save 22.
Okay. Yeah, and they'll probably end up doing a wrap-up video, lots of media from that. I watched
big news on Kyle's end too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they had something about 400 people out of a town of 3,800 people supporting the march and the run, which is awesome. I saw a lot of good live content from them. I'm proud of those dudes. They're rocking out. I saw probably 50 people doing push-ups with Tom on the stage, just cranking them out. So it was awesome. So please go visit our sister shows. Go visit our pages. Go visit our YouTube, our Twitch, whatever you need to see, our Facebook pages. Mike, man, thank you so much for coming on tonight. If you want to get a little bit deeper in the weeds next week, we'll cut you out a little segment. If you got any small example videos or other pictures, you can send it to us and I can throw them up as far as an overlay like I do with the coins so we can still talk behind them.
Yeah.
So you can get a little bit more detail and not try to show stuff through the camera. I know that's kind of annoying. Like I was having trouble with the Stein,
especially
and everything
the
like that.
details like for the West Point mint mark and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can get those and put them up as overlays here, and it's just too easy. So, got anything for outro for you, Mike?
No, just remember, we're here for a reason. We're not just. I'm constantly. You can contact me any way you want if you need help or just have someone to listen. I'm here. There's always a
Excellent.
mean and out there for you.
Yeah, is that a Navy shirt you have on?
Yes.
Oh,
Of course.
I just saw. What do they call that hat? The dog
Dixie
bowl.
cup.
And
Dixie cup.
The Dixie cup. I saw the hat. And I'm like, that looks like a Navy shirt. Well,
Only took you 2 hours.
yeah, I know. For real, I was like, Thank you again for joining us.
No
Combat
problem.
Cricket. Anything for outro?
Well, nice to meet you, Mike.
Yes.
You're always welcome to, even if you randomly want to play like Family Feud or Trivia on the Crossroads, always welcome. Thank you for letting me crash in once again, W.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
But if you're, just as a message, if you're spiraling out, reach out to us. I might not be your cup of tea, but if you reach out to me, I will find you the help that you need. But just keep reaching out. Keep reaching out because we're here. There's a bunch of networks and stuff like that that will help you get through anything that you're going through.
Yeah, I need to actually make a banner, our scrolling banner down here with a couple different resources that we recommend as far as that, so we can scroll that during different times of everybody's shows. I'm just thinking about it. So Uncle Si.
Just
Yeah, I know, goofy.
piggybacking off of what everybody else said. I hate that, but that does apply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just reach out. All we're doing here is to try to give you a break from your daily bullshit. If anything we said made you laugh, if you got a hobby like Mike, metal detecting,
Yeah.
that's a hobby. That's a distraction. That's something to get your mind away from the BS in your head. And it works because he's still here. So just reach out. You're not alone. That's the biggest thing, just reach out. You're not alone.
Yeah, just piggyback on what the commander said.
Caveat off on that.
Yep.
No, seriously, I like what the metal detecting thing.
Yeah.
Would love to get involved with that.
Yeah, because most people are like metal detecting. When you actually get into it, if you like any kind of history as well, looking up the history of the coins is the biggest thing too. The search is, the hunt of it as well. I know is got to be awesome because I've done a little bit of magnet fishing.
Community, metal detecting community. I mean, just like any community, you always have a bad apple or something like that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, like we were talking before the show, I know KG and Rangy from the show Diggers that was on National Geographics. They're in the early 2000s. I know them too personally, and they are straight up great guys.
Nice.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
No.
Bub, if you don't make it a segment, I will.
Go ahead.
And even Gary Drayton off of Curse of Oak Island.
Mhm.
I personally good friends with him also. So, I mean, the communities are there, just like you guys, for veterans. I'm just trying to help any way I can to help somebody that's in my shoes or just curious about it, because it's not an old man's hobby like it used to be.
Yeah. It's not that old retired dude on the beach all the time. There's some serious stuff that goes into it. Serious technology, strategy. I mean, where else besides the military and metal detecting do you learn to lay out a search grid? You know what I mean? Maybe a couple other random jobs, but I don't know.
More contracting specific, maybe.
Yeah. True. So thank you again very much for visiting us on Scram, Jett. It was a blast. It looks like we kept close to 10 viewers, spiked up a little bit the whole time, which I'm extremely happy about. Thanks for spending your time with us. I don't think we're that entertaining. We try, but no, bringing stuff like this, like Mike's metal detecting and having Combat Cricket pop in, it spurs the variety. I'm still working on a few more guests as well with some different, like, very interesting things that are either retired or veterans, and trying to get these guys in here, but everybody's got their own schedule. So please join us tomorrow night.
Yes,
This
sir.
Combat Cricket down in the corner is going to be on the Crossroads at 7 p.m. So thanks again. I'll play us out, guys. Thanks.